comment and let me know how's everyone weekend. So y'all know the drill. I am going to put both by me. So if you see me looking back and forth, hello, Yankee Sister, how are you? Hello, Sublime Gardens, how are you? If y'all see me looking back and forth, it's because we're streaming live on YouTube and Instagram as well. So I'm going to give everybody a few seconds to come on in because I want to share with you this story, and then I have another story um, that I hope will offer like some encouragement because I still get like a lot of DMs just with different things about starting a garden, and I don't want anyone to like be afraid of it, of what they may see. But this was just so it was just so touching to me, so I wanted to share it with y'all. So we're going to go ahead and get started. Thank you all for taking the time out of your day to join us. We go live every Monday at 12 noon Eastern Standard Time, and then 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on YouTube and Instagram. So that's why if you see me looking two ways, is because we're streaming on both. Hello, Quietly Gardening. How are you? And also text the word let's grow to 474747. That's let's grow to 474747. That way you can be notified when we go live. Also, when we have specials, when we have deals. Speaking of that, tomorrow is the last day of the deal of the month, the Seed Starting Masterclass. So on Instagram, the link is in the bio, and then on YouTube, I'm going to have to put the link in there once we get off. And we got some good things coming for the month of September, so y'all make sure you stay tuned. I'm super excited. That's my birthday month, so we're going to have a lot of good things going on. And plus, it's fall. Fall is on the way. I think we have what, like maybe 24, 20 something odd days till we have fall. I'm sitting here now. I got my shirt wet because I was bottom watering some of our fall seedlings, and I knew better because I knew it was almost time to get on. But this is what I read over the weekend, and I just wanted to share with you. And then again, I also want to share with you a story because I think it's just so important. Yeah, you did, Yankee Sister. Okay, but you're over on YouTube now. But I just want to share this just for encouragement. So, I someone said after 56 years, they were like, I don't know what took me so long to start a garden, but after 56 years, I finally did, and I love it. And they sent the picture, and they had like a whole bunch of just like beautiful vegetables growing inside. And so I wanted to tell that to y'all because it's all about starting. It's no particular time when you need to start or anything like that, but it's just the fact of just getting started. And it doesn't matter if it took you 20 years, 30 years, but this lady, she was 56 years old. And so that's why she said, I don't know what took me so long, 56 years to finally start. And what I will say is a lot of things that happened last year, a lot of people started gardening. Like we really saw an increase in people just wanting to grow so that they can have um, some form of self-sustainability. And so I just thought that that was amazing. And so I just wanted to share with you, like, if you're still thinking about it or if you're not sure, then just start. And this is a story that I wanted to share with you all is we didn't always have the space that we have now. Now, if you ask me right now, I would probably tell you, yes, I would want more space. But no matter if you're in an apartment, if you're in a duplex, if you're in a home, wherever you're at, you still can garden. And that's what I wanted to share with y'all. We have traveled to a whole bunch of places in the world, and it has been times where we didn't have the space that we have now. I'll give you an example. In Germany, there was like a community space. And I know Yankee Sister can relate to what I'm about to say. Like every spring and every fall, like the tenants of that building, they had what was called like spring cleanup and fall cleanup. And so the tenants, it was six of us, like in one, we called it a stairwell. And every, we would just have to get together and figure out what we're going to do. But I remember I didn't have a yard, and it was just like when I tell you this space was small, it was very, very small. But between me and my neighbor upstairs on the second floor, like we grew tomatoes, and whoever wanted to come by and get them. And then we had a stairwell that led to the back, so I got just like the small little the long planters, and just put it right when you come out the stairwell and go to the back. I just put a pot right there. Now a lot of times I had to, tell the kids, that were passing by to leave it alone. But what I'm saying is you could still start, and you can start small. And so I'm glad I mentioned that, because I want to share with you, we should have a video coming out today. So if you're not subscribed, make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel, because yesterday we planted carrots in a container. Michelle, is my voice low? You say you were having a problem. Hello, Josie. Hello, Growing with Donnie. How are you? I'll try to speak up a little bit louder. Let me know if you're still having a problem. But we have a video coming out today, because you could still grow whatever you want to. You could still grow them in containers. The only thing I tell people is the containers they contain. But we planted carrots yesterday, and they are growing in a container. I'm giving you a few pointers of what you need to do in order to, successfully grow carrots. But this is the thing. If you're thinking about growing something, I want you to start off with, what is something that you like to grow? Like, just think of one thing that you like to grow, that you want to try. Do that. If you need to do it in containers, do it in containers. If you need to do it in raised beds, do it in raised beds. Or if you want to do it in ground, make sure, if you haven't downloaded the 5 Tips to a Flourishing Garden, make sure you download that, because I'm going to tell y'all, and I wish I could get her on here, but my cousin this year, she went to the big box stores and got one 4x4 raised bed. And y'all, she has been sending me pictures of okra, of peppers, and she was the main one that was saying, I don't know about this. So it all starts from mindset, but I just wanted to motivate y'all, like, just in case you know somebody that's thinking about it. It was someone that just started last year, 56 years old, and she specifically said, I don't know why it took me 56 years, but she was so excited. And I think now she's probably going to expand, because she see the abundance of what you can grow when you start growing. Like, I'm telling y'all, I never knew that you can get so many tomatoes to just keep growing, keep growing, keep growing. Now, I tell y'all, it doesn't matter if you want to do flowers, vegetables, herbs. Find something that you like, because everybody doesn't like the same thing. Find something that your family likes and just incorporate it. So if you want to grow a certain flower, grow those flowers, and then you can like make your own bouquet. I bring in so many cut flowers. I make up my own thing, and you can do that. If you want herbs, figure out 1 or 2 herbs you want to grow. Incorporate those herbs into your food, into your teas. Make some teas with it. We're big on lemon balm tea. Lemongrass, that I am about to, let me tell y'all about lemongrass. I'm going to step it up next year. I didn't realize lemongrass was so good. And the tea, lemongrass tea is so, so good. So if you haven't tried lemongrass, y'all, I'm telling you, oh my gosh. And I'm growing them in containers. I'm not growing them in the ground. We got 2 containers, lemongrass, and I can go out there. Now, I haven't used it in cooking yet. I've been just making the teas, drying the lemongrass, but I'm telling you, whoa, the flavor. Oh, it's so good. And I'm going to tell y'all how good it is because my husband wanted some tea. He specifically said last night, "Where is the lemongrass?" And I was like, "Chris, is right where all the teas are at." But I'm telling you, it is just so good. So if you're looking for like a nice herb, you can grow it in containers. I think our pot is about 16 inches, but you don't have to go that big. I would say 12 inches or bigger as far as the width, because lemongrass does get big. But remember, when you grow in containers, you're containing them. And the only reason why I didn't like, the lemongrass can get about 6 to 8 feet, but the only reason why I didn't want to grow it in the ground, because when we first moved here, I think we had, like, it was right by where the cable box is, but it was called like a pampas grass. And let me tell y'all, that pampas grass, I ended up pulling that up, and it took us, a guy had to come with his truck and chains and like pull it. But the only reason why I didn't like it is because every year that we didn't have a neighbor with the cats, it just seems to harbor snakes. And I was like, I don't like this because it's just too much. But so that's why I grow the lemongrass in the containers. But it's so good. I saw someone say, let's see. Yes, Yankee Sister. So Yankee Sister has shown a interest in garden. I'm telling y'all, I'm here. We're here to get people on board. I just tell people to just change your mindset, because again, I'll share with y'all, so many people have said every time I grow something, it doesn't grow, it dies out and stuff like that. But when you start continuing to think that in your mind, you will really think that you can't. But you can. Even if you have to do, and the internet is making it so easy now. Now, sometimes you have to go through information and use multiple sources, but even when there is a new plant that I'm not used to and I want to know how to grow, I would still go on Google and just get different things about it. When's a great time for it to grow? What it likes, because like I've told y'all before, some of my plants want to be left alone. They don't want me to be coddling them. They don't want me to be just like checking on them all the time. They want to be left alone. Some plants, you do. You have to coddle them. You have to get them straight. And then you got to talk to them nice. You got to do all of that. But if you're new and you're growing 1 or 2 plants, then learn those plants. And I'm telling you, get that out of your mindset that you can't grow, and just try. Another thing someone told me, this is motivation. She said after 5 seasons of trying to grow corn, she finally was successful. And sometimes that's what it takes. Sometimes it takes for us to get to know those plants, but we can't give up. Y'all know what I tell you about squash, but I'm not giving up. I'm not giving up on squash, because a little squash bug or squash vine borer wants to come and try to take it out. I will not give up on that. And that's the attitude that we need to have. Do not give up. Okay, so Growing with Donnie loves lemongrass. And it's something, y'all know where I'm going with this. It's something about when you grow your own, because I bought a little lemongrass like in a tea blend, and I was like, okay, it's nice, but I'm telling you, all the way up the stem, like the grass, all the way, because what I did was I took it and I just cut it up in like 1 inch pieces, but all the way up that grass stem, it still has that lemon flavor. So we're going to have a lot of lemongrass to make sure we get carried over the winter. Now for me in Zone B, I'm right on that line, because it can be a perennial. So I'm going to cut it back once it gets fall. I will cut it back, but I want to see if it will come back up again next year. But if not, I'm still going to up my game with the lemongrass. I'm still going to plant some more seeds with lemongrass because it's just that good. It's just that good. There's a restaurant near me that makes lemongrass chicken wings and they're bomb. Yes. A lot of lemongrass is used like in the Asian dishes, which is why I have to find me a good recipe and use it. But I guarantee I'm pretty sure the lemongrass chicken wings taste so good. Yes, Yankee sister, you have to try growing them. Desi loves GT. How are you? She just drank some last night for the first time. Was surprised. Didn't know what to expect. Okay, so how did you like it, Desi loves GT? Let us know in the comments how did you like it because it's just lemongrass, lemon balm, and lemon verbena. Those are all just really, really good to me. But the lemongrass, whoo, that it is good. It's very good. Very, very good. I never thought I could turn my black thumb to green, but I kept at it still at that's right, Josie B. That is right. You have the right mindset. You see how you change your mindset? I tell people all the time, honey, I am still, it's just, it has nothing to do with us, but it's just some plants that just do not want to be in my garden. And I'm okay with that. I want the ones that do want to be in there, and I know what to expect. And then also there's certain varieties depending on where you're at. It's certain varieties that do better than others. That's why I always encourage a garden journal. I always encourage like a calendar specifically for gardening so that you can document everything that season. This is how I come to find varieties or favorite varieties that I like to grow because I'm testing out a cucumber now that I notice even when it's not like right now if I go out there it looks wilted, but this is a variety that I can tell it does not do very good with this coastal sun. It's still growing, it still has cucumbers, but a lot of my other cucumbers they don't like wilt. They bounce back during the evening time. That lets me know it's nothing wrong with them. It's just a variety that just does that. But now I know that and I put that in my gardening journal. So if I have a choice between just say maybe one or two varieties of cucumbers, I'll look back at my gardening journal, look at the notes, see what did best, and that is what helps me to choose. It also helps me to figure out my favorite. So Desi Loves GT said it tastes amazing. It is really good, the lemongrass tea, and it's a lot of medicinal benefits behind the lemongrass tea as well. So I mean it's really good, but it's also a lot of benefits that go with it too. Let's see. Should I start collard greens indoors by seed? And if I do, I need lights. Okay, Deborah. So what zone are you in? Because that's really going to tell you when to start. And we go over all of this in our seed starting masterclass, how you can tell. But I will tell you, yes, ma'am. If you start them indoors, you are going to need a grow light. Once they germinate, all of our seeds, when they germinate, I have grow lights on them at least 14 hours a day, and then the rest they're off. So you'll need grow lights because you'll need that strong light. If you don't have like grow lights, you will notice that they will become leggy. I'm not going to say they won't grow, but they'll start to get really leggy. When they're seedlings like that, they need a strong light to help them grow strong before you get ready to harden them off. I have lemon balm, but not lemongrass yet. I will get that in my garden. Yes, lemongrass is it loves heat. That's why I want to see. And this is our first year growing lemongrass, but I want to see. I'm hoping it will come back. I've seen some people in this area says if you cut it back, like in the fall/winter, y'all know that's around January for us, maybe December. It should come back, but like I said, we'll ride on that line between 8B and 9A, but if not, we're still going to start some more seeds because I want to dehydrate them. And I have a lot of people asking me about my tea blends, but I keep telling them I'm just like I don't have any measurements. I just You know how you just like you cook, like I tell people, just like I cook, I just go in there and start blending up stuff. Some of it happens to taste good. Like one day I might put stevia in there. The next day I'm like, no, I'm not gonna do stevia. It just depends, but I will try to document like a process that I do, and I need to start doing that anyway because a lot of people ask me about cooking, and I'm like, you know how people say, well, did you put a teaspoon? Did you put half? I'm like, honey, I don't know. I just get the seasoning, and I just make sure I taste my food before I serve it to anybody. Um, I just bought some organic lemongrass and propagated it. Yes. Okay, that's nice growing with Donnie. That is nice. Asian supermarket. That's exactly where you would find lemongrass at. But you can go to Whole Foods or a really good grocery store that has a little more uh, than the basics. I'm telling y'all put it in the comments. If you know a grocery store, I'm telling you, I'm looking for horseradish because I want to start my fire cider for the fall. And I have went to so many Whole Foods, grocery stores, natural food stores, and I have not been able to find horseradish. I got a couple of more places I want to check, but I'm thinking to myself, you need to grow some. You need to grow some horseradish. If it's that hard to find, you probably need to grow some. So, yeah, the Asian food markets definitely will have the lemongrass. Exactly, growing with Donnie. The lemon verbena, I will take my hand and just do like this and just smell my hands because it's so powerful, the scent. I actually want to propagate what I have out there now, but that scent is just such a beautiful scent. The lemon verbena, they have a lot of beauty products with lemon verbena in there. It is. It's nature's scratch and sniff is what it is. Um, the lemongrass, Deborah, it is a heat loving. So if you have it, you may have to like bring it in. Some of our plants that are like frost sensitive, I will, if they're in a pot, I will bring them into the garage sometimes when we get cold weather, like in January or February. I'll bring them in, just the ones in the pots. And I may do that for the lemongrass, but I know I'm gonna find some pots and plant some more. It's just, I'm so amazed by the lemongrass, and it's so easy. It's really easy to grow. Is vinegar really safe for indoor gardening plants? It depends. Like I always tell people, I've seen where vinegar can kill the weeds, but then you also have to look at how it's going to like affect your soil as well because it could possibly change the pH of the soil. But I have seen people use it, but they mainly use it for weeds. Okay, and Deborah is in 8A. Okay, so you should be right on that. And Deborah, are you like Georgia 8A or are you in another state? And this may be applicable to everyone on the lives. What I do is I have a list. You can get it off, like if you have a local university, we have the University of Georgia, but the University of Georgia, they have, you can just Google like growing seasonal schedule, but it's for vegetables. Like if you're growing vegetables, like growing seasonal vegetables schedule. And it's a PDF download that you can get, and I get it from the UGA that tells you when to start or around the time to like start seeds, like what type can you grow. Like they'll say, that's why we planted carrots yesterday because from now until like mid-September, you can plant carrots for this area this time of the year. But it's really a useful source, and it also kind of puts in your mind like other vegetables you may not have been thinking about growing. Like it'll put other things in your mind that you can try or grow, especially during the growing season. Let's see, farmers market. Yep, I ask my farmers if they have something available when I don't see them. If I have it, they bring it the next time. I will probably have to do that growing with Donnie. I haven't visited our farmers market this season. We do have one every Thursday, but I will. ask them. That's a good idea. And they also have another big one on Saturday that's like that has more of a variety. Okay. Also, I grew and propagated my lemongrass last winter. I just kept it indoors under grow lights. Yep, worked fine for me. Hello, Angela. How are you? Let's see. Has anyone made tea out of their lemon tree leaves? I have 7 feet. Oh wow. Lemon tree and leaves smell really good. Yes, the citrus plants. Let me tell y'all, the citrus plants, the lemon, the orange, they smell so good. But I have not. Now, has anyone on here taken some of their citrus trees and made a tea out of it, like the leaves, like a lemon tree, an orange tree? I haven't tried that. 7 feet. That's nice. I know you can do with peach leaves. Yeah, raspberry leaves, blackberry leaves, peach leaves, I know for sure because they have a lot of medicinal benefits. Okay, you're in Virginia, 8A. See if like the university has like that sheet um for the like when they tell you just like a they give you like a window. But also, let me see. I'm serious this time. I know y'all, I have not been on my game with putting these links in. I'm going to try. Let me see if I can find the link to our seed starting masterclass and put it in the, what do you call? Pin it in the comments. But yeah, the raspberry, a lot of fruit tree leaves. I'm not sure either about the citrus. That's something I can look up. Y'all know I always love to look that up, so I will be looking that up. But I know the raspberry leaves. I'm not a big lover of raspberry, but I want to grow it because of the raspberry leaves and because they have a lot of medicinal benefits as well. And I do want to, a lot of things I do and I grow for medicinal benefits. And I can tell a difference. I really can. Okay, y'all, I'm logging in to see if I can do that. But I'm just going through my comments really quick. Let's see here. Now we got 3 devices going, y'all. And I'm going to move it back in just a second. Just give me a quick second. I wanted to just I just wanted to pin the Seed Starting Masterclass in the comments. On Instagram, it is the link in our bio. Click on the deal of the month because it's 2 more days until it goes away. The deal of the month goes away. We'll have a new deal come September. And for all of you who are just joining us, September is my birthday month, so we're going to have a lot of good things going on. So if you're not subscribed or you're not following us, make sure you do and make sure you stay tuned. I got some good stuff, some good videos that I'm working on that I also want to share with you all. So yeah, make sure that you're subscribed and tuned in. Plus it's fall. Plus this is like, fall is my favorite. When I tell y'all that's my favorite season to grow, and the weather is getting cooler, although we don't get very cool until like, I would say November, December. Let's see if I can pin this comment and then I'm coming back to y'all. Y'all just give me just a second. I am so learning how to use everything and it's just exciting. I think I pinned it. Okay, I did. There it goes. So let's go through the comments. Okay, so Angela makes tea out of guava leaves. Ooh, I bet that tastes good, Angela. I bet it does. Great info on the leaves and the tea. Yes, you can also use strawberry tops too. Okay. Oh wow, what day? My whole family is born in September. September 20th is my birthday, and then my sister's birthday is September 21st. We got a lot of my grandson's birthday is September the 7th. We got a lot of September, February, and March is a lot of like family birthdays, but February really gets me. But yes, September the 20th. It seems to roll around so quick. But like I tell people, when you get a certain age, you just start to be grateful that you're here. I'm just like, I'm grateful that I'm here because a lot of people are not. So I'm so grateful. I'm just glad to see. I hope I live to see another birthday, but every day I'm just like, I'm so grateful that I'm here. Yes, I had no knowledge on the citrus tree leaves. I have one Meyer lemon tree that is new this year. Yeah, I love Meyer lemons as well. Hello, New Art Gardener. How are you? Okay, Jules' mother is 915. Such a great month. I tell people such a beautiful month. Such a great month. But so yeah, but that's what I wanted to because I know I told you I was going to be short. That's the motivation I wanted to give you. But even with us gardeners on here now, if you have some family and friends, because I know they're watching you, they're watching us, that just still on the fence about it, but just seeing the comment with the lady that says she does not know why it took her 56 years to start a garden, but she's so excited about it now. Like that for me is just motivation enough to just start to grow something. Something. It does not have to be, just let it be something you'll enjoy looking at for fall. If you love flowers, they're going to have pansies coming out soon, snapdragons coming out soon. Fall time is also great for planting perennials. Just make sure you get them in the ground before like it freezes. Give them enough time. It's also great if you have perennials in the fall to divide them during that time and you can share. That's how my grandmother gave out a lot of plants, is she would wait and divide them and just give them to people and they just kept multiplying. But fall is a great time if you're looking to get into some fall herbs. They have a lot of perennial herbs. Rosemary, if you like rosemary, thyme, oregano, those all do good for us here in the fall. But just grow something or just encourage someone. Give them a plant. Just give them a plant. Sometimes you have to not force them, but give them a plant. Tell them what to do with it. That's what I've done a lot of times. Like I tell them what to do, when to water, how to do it, and that will encourage them. And then once they start growing it, I'm telling you, they will want to grow more. I really have to get my cousin to come on here one day because she she told me like, yep, you told me I planted it too close. But when she started sending me those pictures and she had just that 4x4 space, I told her, I mean, she would put me on FaceTime. I'm like, get this type of soil, get this, do this. And she was just really amazed. She actually had so many peppers that she said she was going to can them. And see that, and that's something that when you get so excited and then you're doing it, then you're like, okay, I'm going to keep going. I'm going to expand. That is how I started out. But that's what I wanted to share with y'all. Like, I didn't have the space that I have now, but just give me a pot, give me some soil every single where I went. If you can't decide now, just start with one plant. Just put it right on. If you have a patio, if you have a front door, put it somewhere. Just make sure it's going to get the required amount of light or amount of sun that it needs. Um, because I'm telling y'all, you can do it. Encourage others to do it, especially now. Encourage them to do it. I think I saw Yankee Sister says you're more. I hope you enjoy Yankee Sister. You have to tell me how those collards is because down here they call them cabbage collards because although they look like collards, they're really in the cabbage family, the Morris heading collards. Those do good for us every year. No matter what variety of collards that I plant, I always have to include the Morris heading collards. Those are like, I'm telling you, those are like a workhorse for us here. Now we've planted two more type of collards this year, but you better believe the Morris headings are in there. And I love them. I love all of the leafy green vegetables, although it takes us a long time for it to like really get um, cooler weather, but I do like when the frost comes. You will notice that your vegetables will turn sweeter. Never understood that until I started growing my own. And then we had a frost and I went out and picked some. It's so good, y'all. I'm telling you, it is so good. So that's some motivation, some encouragement. Motivate others to start to grow. Give them a plant. Tell them what to do. Kind of guide them along. You may have to call them sometimes. Send them a text. Say, when's the last time you watered? When's the last time you checked on it? Just to get them into that routine of they have something growing that's depending on them. So make sure you can do it that way too. I used to do that all the time. Do you know where I can find elderberry? Let me tell you, one of my co-workers' mother, her sister has so much elderberry growing, and she didn't even, I think she knew what it was, but she ended up taking some cuttings because she was asking me how to do the cuttings. And there's so many ways that you could propagate on cuttings, but they have some available online. Also, here, I'm not sure about here, but in other places, you will be surprised what you can find growing. Like one thing that I'm trying to do now, when I go walking, because they've cleared out a lot of things, and I've on Instagram, I've shared with y'all some stories of when I go walking in the park, but now I'm trying to identify the trees that are around me. Now, the one that I saw the other day, I'm not sure if it's pokeweed or I'm not sure if it's like elderberry. It's some type of berry, but I got to download that app. It's an app that will help you identify some of the plants, but I noticed that they have sweet gum tree, mimosa tree, like muscadine. It's so much around us that we don't even realize. This lady, a picture I put on Instagram, what we considered a weed, and it grows, and I was pulling them, and she was saying that this weed was good for kidney and liver detox. Now, I always research, let me tell y'all this, let me put this disclaimer out. I always research everything that I grow, that I ingest, and if you're on like any type of medications or stuff like that, you also want to make sure you talk to your doctor about it too, because a lot of the herbs can help. They can help really good, but you want to let them know what you're doing. And I'll give you an example, is like blood pressure. So if you're taking herbs that are good for blood pressure, having it too low is not good either. So that's why I say you always want to kind of consult with your primary care physician. But elderberries, we have the dried elderberries. I found them at our local health food store. And they have just like a whole thing of herbs there. And you can make your own elderberry syrup, or your own elderberry elixir or something like that. But it is a health food store that I need to stop going in there, because I notice I just love going in there seeing what they have. But I notice here lately, like I'm starting to come out with stuff I don't need, like seed packages. And then they have they have like the sea moss gel, and they just have stuff. They even have herbs and like different seasonings and spices that I keep picking up. And I keep saying, that ain't what you came in here for. 9 times out of 10, I walk out with something I didn't need, something I didn't come in there for. It's crazy, okay? It's crazy. But try your local health food store. Look online for like the cuttings, because you definitely can propagate them. Thank you for saying that, because I do follow the Lead Farmer 73. So Quietly Gardening said there is a Lead Farmer 73. So if you don't follow him, I love watching him and his wife. He has elderberry, and he said they will be selling cuttings soon. Okay, good. I believe their website is Easily Grow Gardens. Thank you for sharing that, Quietly Gardening, because I know that he's offer other cuttings on there too, but I watch him a lot. I think that I love what they're doing, and they're also on an initiative to just start growing. But I do love watching them. Some of their videos are so funny to me. But I thank you for sharing that, because I do know that he puts out a lot of his cuttings, and you can get those. Let's go through the comments again, y'all, and then I'm gonna wrap it up for real. I am going to wrap it up for real. Okay, can't find any. I trust you, I trust you. Okay, I'm 61 and this is my first year after being introduced. Thank you so much, Deborah. That means a whole lot. And let me tell you, you can do it. You can do it, and you're going to be good at it. But like Quietly Garden said, easily grown gardens, she think is the website. But Lead Farmer 73 is a good person to follow. I'm going to talk to my coworker. Don't hold me to it, because she just went to visit her sister down in Florida, and I know her sister stays like hours away. But if she can get something to grow and I can go take cuttings from her, then I will try and let you know. But yeah, I understand it's different elderberries, and you definitely want to buy it from a trusted source. I have whole sweet potatoes in the ground since last spring. I plan to treat them like perennials. I will see if they grow back come next year to plant the vines for some more sweet potatoes. Yes, I love sweet potatoes. Hello, Melissa. How are you? You're never late unless you don't show up. That's what my dad always says. You're never late unless you don't show up. I love sweet potatoes, y'all, and they are so easy to grow. I'm just like what you said. So yeah, see if they do overwinter, because they will. They may come back. Some of our butterfly pea flower seeds that I guess dropped, didn't realize. I see some volunteers coming up. But the sweet potatoes, every year we'll start the slips inside. So easy to grow, so easy to do. Y'all go look at the videos for the sweet potatoes. But that is one where I love, and they taste so good. And Melissa says the sweet potato skin, oh, that's good. Makes a great organic fertilizer. Y'all remember we went over ways, instead of throwing this stuff away, use some of these things we normally throw away and use them as fertilizer. Yes. Let's see. Stark Brothers. Yes, I have ordered from Stark Brothers before as well. That's right, Deborah. No time like now to get started. It is a journey, and I'm telling you, be warned that once you get started, you're going to want to keep growing, and you're going to want to keep expanding, and you're going to want to keep growing, and you're going to be like, ooh, I want to grow this, I want to do that, and it's just amazing. It is amazing. So I definitely agree with everyone. I have a mimosa tree in my front yard. Google the medicinal uses for mimosa tree. Yes, Josie. I just love it when they bloom. So if y'all don't know the mimosa tree, look it up, look a picture up. But when we moved here, it's amazing how you don't notice things until you start like looking around and really getting into these things. But I remember seeing the mimosa tree when they were blooming, and I was like, oh, those are so beautiful, such a beautiful tree. And I started to research it, and you are right. The mimosa tree has a lot of benefits to them that are just amazing, and they're so pretty when they bloom. Growing with Donnie said, what do you need? What do you mean you always need seeds? I don't need them like that, growing with Donnie. I'm just, I tell, like, I get on here and I'm like, y'all, you got to plan the garden. Now I do start seeds. I do start 25% more than what I think I need. Like, I still stand by that. But some of the things that I pick up, y'all, I should not be picking up. And I'm like, why do you keep doing this? Like, I have to ask myself, why do you keep doing this? But but I love it. I love it. Seeds, hey, could be something else. I know I didn't find the Japanese sweet potatoes quietly garden, and I have been looking. One of the ladies I'm connected to in North Carolina, she told me that she had got hers from like a farmer's market, but she did tell me that if she saw them again, that she would send me some. The Japanese sweet potatoes, the purple ones, they're so pretty. They are so pretty. I remember being so scared to use those when I stayed in Japan. But let me tell they make the prettiest sweet potato pie. I will tell you that, and they are good. Okay, I'll try Whole Foods. I will try them. Because if I can get them, once I make my own slips, that's all I need. That is all I need. I did go on Johnny Seeds and I looked at them. It's another sweet potato farmer here in Georgia. He sold the purple ones, but they were sold out. They were sold out because he sold like maybe 20 different varieties, and the slips, they were sold out. I got to get on it too. And I want to go ahead and get started because normally around December I'll start my sweet potato slips inside so that they can grow, and then I'll be ready by the time it's after the frost. So I definitely have to get on that. Okay, so Yankee Sister have 2 elderberry bushes in pots. Should I put them in the ground for the winter, or can I leave in the pot for the winter? You could do either or. Like I see a lot of them just growing like in the ground, and they get really big, really tall. So if you're, I know you're in Connecticut, so I'm not sure when y'all's first frost is, but either you can leave them in the pots and wait till, like next spring, or if you have enough time, you could put them in the ground. The purple, yeah, purple sweet potatoes, they're so good and they're so pretty. I did get a chance to do the red ones. They just had the red skin, but they were beautiful as well. Yeah, lead farmer is so funny. I enjoy watching them because I don't know about y'all. I have to tell myself sometime, if you don't get off this social media and go do some work, like I tend to get pulled in, and I'm watching stuff and then I'll have things, like Angela, I'll have my earphones in my ear, just listening in while I'm trying to do work and stuff like that. But yeah, he is so funny to me, and I do. They're doing beekeeping, things like that. I love it. I love the initiative that they're doing, and they're just like what I'm trying to encourage to just start somewhere. We all started at some point. We all been through things that we can talk about, we could tell people about, we can encourage them, we can give them advice, and we can use that to like help others to grow. But now I do feel like now is the time more than ever to grow. So don't let your age, don't let where you stay, don't let any of that discourage you and to say, well, when I move or when I do, no, do it now. Do it now. Just go ahead and do it now. Get you a pot, get you a raised bed, get you something. Yes, I'm telling you. And don't, my number one thing, y'all will hear me say this over and over again, is your mindset. Forget about when the plant died on you. Forget about all of this stuff, 5, 10, 15 years ago when you kept buying the plant and forget about that, because we have such a beautiful gardening community that if someone doesn't know, then somebody else knows, or somebody else can tell you, somebody else may be growing it in your area, because what I do here in Georgia may not be, the right thing to do, for like Yankee Sister up north in Connecticut. But I guarantee you, like we have people in Minnesota gardening friends. It's people that could be in your zone that could give you advice and let you know, okay, I'm growing that successful. This is what I do. This is how I do it. So just get all of that out of your head and just grow your plant. That's my motivation for y'all today. Doesn't matter the age, doesn't matter anything. Grow your plant. So with that said, I'm going to get off because it's kind of, y'all know, the end of the month for me on my job is like, oh, but I know what to expect every end of the month, but it's okay. But yeah, that's motivation. If everything goes well, remember Friday at 6 p.m. If y'all have any questions, any topic you want to talk about, DM me, email me, reach out to me, and let me know. and we can talk about it. I'm going to work on getting that video of how we planted the carrots in the container. So if it's time and you love carrots, put you some carrots in the container. Yes, a good week and positive mindset. Positive mindset, positive mood. Okay, so also text Let's Grow to 474747 to be notified when we're going live. And with that said, y'all have an amazing week. Amazing week. Thank you so much for your time. And until the next time, we'll see you soon, y'all. Thank you.